Good evening. Welcome to the June 18th, 2019 edition of the Village Council meeting. For those in attendance tonight, there are copies of the agenda items on either side of the room. For those watching on TV, if you follow along at our website, www.downers.com, there is a .us. There is a section. Thank you, Dave. There's a section for minutes and current meetings. If you click that, you'll find links to all the items that were on our agenda tonight. It's a much better way to look at the process because there's a lot more detail there. Before we get started, we'd like to rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
April, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Colavani?
Here.
Commissioner Sadowski-Fugit?
Here.
Commissioner Wallace? Commissioner Earl?
Here.
Commissioner Jose?
Here.
Mayor Barnett?
Here. Tonight's meeting has several opportunities for public comment. The first one will come in just a few minutes. It'll be on any subject that's not on the agenda, and then as we hit each agenda item, there'll be additional opportunities for public comment. Before we do that, we have some minutes to approve from past council meetings. Is there a motion?
Mayor Barnett, I move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, unanimous. Okay, the first round of public comment. If there's anybody here tonight who has a subject they'd like to discuss that is not on tonight's agenda, please feel free to come to the podium and address us.
Willis Johnson, 603 Rogers Street, Downers Grove. And tonight's a great evening, obviously, because the council will, when it's concluded, will be at full strength. And a subject that's near and dear to my heart that I assume will be close to the top of your list will be the village complex, the village hall and police department and garage. And I would hope that consideration would be given to the Schaub Magnetrol property on Belmont Road. I think it has been mentioned, but one of the biggest reasons for me, it's not only is it a very nice complex, but the safety part of it is something that is very close for me, and I think one of the biggest assets Downers has is the underpass. And with the police station located in that site, obviously there would be no restrictions in terms of being able to answer a call. Whereas now, obviously, sometimes they have to pause. And I would hope that you would look at it from a standpoint of how can we make it work rather than why it won't work. So, thank you.
Thank you, Willis. Any other comments for this evening of a general nature? Okay, we'll move on to our consent agenda. A motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mayor Barnett, I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda is approved unanimously. We do not have any first reading subject tonight. Oftentimes our meetings have a first reading portion, which is like a workshop, items that we would discuss and not act on this evening. So we're going to move on to our active agenda.
Just wanted to make sure you hadn't missed it.
Oh, okay. It's a good thing I got sidekicks, because otherwise I'd get this all wrong. You have a motion, Greg?
Mayor Barnett, I move that the council table to a date uncertain active agenda item A, an ordinance establishing an administrative procedure for assessing and determining claims under the Public Safety Employee Benefits Act.
Second.
Is there a motion to approve the table?
We just need a
I'm sorry. All those in favor of approving the tabling? Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? That's tabled unanimously. Dave, you want to start in on the next agenda item?
We'll be looking for a motion regarding an ordinance regulating illicit discharge and detection and elimination. This was presented at last week's council meeting.
Thank you, Dave. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I move to adopt an ordinance regulating illicit discharge detection and elimination as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion from the council on this subject? Any questions or discussion from the public? Okay, have a roll call, please, April?
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Earl?
Aye.
Commissioner Kolovany?
Aye.
Commissioner Sadowski Fugit?
Aye.
Mayor Barnett?
Aye, motion's approved unanimously. Is there a motion for the second item?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt an ordinance amending stormwater provisions as presented.
Second.
Any comment from the council or questions? Any questions or comments from the public on this item? Just as a reminder, these two are largely housekeeping items to get our ordinances in line with those that constantly evolve at the state or federal level. And with that, have a roll call, please, April.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Earl?
Aye.
Commissioner Kolovany?
Aye.
Commissioner Sadowski Fugit?
Aye.
Mayor Barnett?
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Manager's report.
I have no report tonight, Mayor Barnett. Thank you.
Awesome. And now, for the most fun part of the evening. Under the mayor's report, we have a resolution. April, could you read the resolution, please?
A resolution appointing Kavanaugh Gray as a village commissioner. Whereas Mr. Robert T. Barnett has heretofore been elected and qualified as a commissioner of the Village of Downers Grove, DuPage County, Illinois, for a term ending April 30, 2021, and whereas Commissioner Robert T. Barnett has been elected mayor of the Village of Downers Grove effective May 7, 2019, thereby creating a vacancy in the position of village commissioner, and whereas upon the occurrence of such vacancy, the remaining members of the village council have the power and authority to fill such vacancy in accordance with applicable law by appointment of some person to the office of commissioner for the balance of the unexpired term of Commissioner Robert T. Barnett, and whereas the remaining members have reviewed the qualifications of a number of persons for the purpose of filling such vacancy and have determined to exercise such power of appointment, now therefore be it resolved by the remaining members of the Council of the Village of Downers Grove, DuPage County, Illinois, that Kavanaugh Gray is hereby appointed as a commissioner of the Village of Downers Grove, effective as of the date of adoption of this resolution and expiring April 30, 2021, to fill the vacancy created by the election of former Commissioner Robert T. Barnett to mayor. Be it further resolved that all resolutions or parts of resolutions in conflict with the provisions of this resolution are hereby repealed.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Mayor Barnett, I move that the council adopt a resolution appointing Kavanaugh Gray as a village commissioner as presented.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is a unanimous appointment. Congratulations, Kavanaugh. I'd like to welcome Judge Anseline Walsh, one of Downers Grove's finest up here. If you could come up and administer the oath of office. Kavanaugh?
Your family? Oh, thank you.
Very welcome.
You can step forward. Okay, go ahead and raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Kavanaugh Gray,
having been appointed to the office of Commissioner
having been appointed to the office of Commissioner
in the Village of Downers
in
Grove
the Village of Downers Grove
in the County of
in the
DuPage,
County of DuPage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Commissioner
of the office of Commissioner
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much.
Kavanaugh, you're not getting away that easy. Thank you, Judge Walsh. It's good to have a judge in town.
It's good to be a judge in town.
With that, we'll move on to council member reports. Go ahead, Rich, let's start with you, please.
Well, I have no report, but Commissioner Wallace couldn't be here because of a work conflict, so she asked me to read her report. So I'll do my best Nicole Wallace impersonation. First of all, a big congratulations to newly appointed Commissioner Gray. I'm sorry I couldn't be here tonight, but I am excited to be back to full strength and have you on the team. Congratulations to everyone involved in putting on Ben's Memorial Mile. Despite the weather, the event ran smoothly and was a great time for both adults and kids. On Tuesday, June 25th, from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., Cadence Kitchen is having Bourdain Day to celebrate the life of Anthony Bourdain, and a proceed of the sales will go to Ben's Memorial Mile. Mayor Barnett, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about the upcoming Rotary Grow Fest?
15. Gotta be a 15.
Don't even bother looking at the weather for Thursday through Sunday because it's going to be incredible. Rotary is able to give all the proceeds back to the community. Hope to see you there Thursday, June 20th through Sunday, June 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Leslie?
Well, and to add to that, you'll also get unfettered access to your council members because we're all going to be manning that booth. So definitely come say hi when you see us. I just want to say congratulations to Commissioner Gray. I am thrilled that you're going to be joining us, not just to be at full strength, but I think your experience is really going to be a huge asset with some of the challenges that we're facing, whether it be tax dollars or village facilities. So I'm thrilled to have you on board, and that's all I've got.
Fantastic, thank you. Mr. Rosé?
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to welcome Commissioner Gray. I think, as Leslie said, the experiences you bring will be invaluable to us, and I'm really looking forward to serving with you these next 2 years, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I also want to thank my colleagues for the way in which this process ran. It was incredibly smooth, excuse me, and I thought we all worked together incredibly well. And I think it bodes well for moving forward these next 2 years. So, thank you to all of my colleagues on the dais. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Greg. Commissioner Earl?
I would also like to welcome you, Commissioner Gray. We're very excited to have you. You bring a whole different skill set than anybody, I think, sitting up here, so we're really excited to have your input. Also, thank you to everyone who applied. There were 15 people who applied, and we had a lot of great candidates. And I just want to thank everybody who came in for an interview, especially for taking the time, and everybody for putting the time in to fill out that application. I know it was a lot of work, so thank you to everyone who stepped up and tried to be part of this process. It was more, frankly, than I expected, and there were some really great candidates, and we're unanimous in our choice, and so we're very excited to move forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Earl. Kavanaugh, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you to the Village of Downers Grove. Thank you to the individuals who helped bring me into this process from the very beginning. Just recognizing, first off, Sherelle Fuller, who is an individual with the board here in Downers, who kind of planted the seed. She knows that I have a hectic, crazy existence, but she also understands me and understands my family. Mary in the back there, who really took the time to walk me through what it could possibly look like, which got me to the next step. To the village council members, to the other commissioners, thank you for your openness. Thank you for the manner in which you welcomed me in for this process. And just really a thank you to my family for always supporting really everything that I do, whether it be on the business startup side or the academic side. My kids are always there rooting me. My wife is always rooting me, and my moms, my two moms, are always rooting me. I hope that I can bring a different perspective. As mentioned, I come from an academic startup background, and so my hope is just to bring my own little perspective to the great work that's already been done and being done here in Downers Grove. So thank you all.
Thank you, Kavanaugh.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a comment. I was so excited about doing Nicole's thing, I forgot that I wanted to say something.
Absolutely, Rich.
First of all, welcome. It's just so great to have you. And I know it's a difficult process. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, coming into the ante room and doing that. So thank you for your willingness to serve. I also wanted to thank the other candidates who showed up. It was a tough choice for us. I do hope that even though these people could not also be appointed to the single slot that was open, I hope that they do volunteer in other areas in Downers Grove. There are boards and commissions where we have openings where you can make a difference. There's wonderful volunteer organizations throughout the village where you can make a real impact as well. So I hope anyone who wants to get involved and who put their hat in the ring will use this opportunity. And I think that would honor the village council and honor the process if you were to just not sit back but come forward. And from what I understand, nominating petitions have to be turned in only 17 months for the next election. But it's coming. So there is a tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. I just want to take a moment and welcome Kavanaugh this evening here and tell those both here and at home a little bit more about him. Kavanaugh Gray brings a history of successful and innovative service for public benefit, a unique perspective related to small business development, and over 2 decades of experience implementing entrepreneurial-based strategies that help business startups scale. Mr. Gray is a published author as well with his 2012 book, The Entrepreneurial Spirit Lives, and he serves as an adjunct professor of new media entrepreneurship at Loyola University of Chicago. As we move forward and strive to do more for the residents of Downers Grove, I believe in some ways we will have to look and act like a startup. We will have to utilize creative low to no cost strategies to improve return for our residents. And we will be challenged by limited financial resources. We'll have to be smart and efficient as we identify opportunities for progress. This council has the opportunity to bring a fresh perspective to long and short-term planning as we are rethinking and right-sizing local government. Kavanaugh has a record and a history that we believe can and will serve as a welcome and productive addition to the council team. To Kavanaugh, and also as mentioned by others up here, the others that applied, all of us up here appreciate your willingness to serve and to put yourself out there. There's risk in doing so, and the fact that you were willing to take on that risk to benefit your community is something for which we're thankful. So for that, I just want to personally say thank you again, and welcome to the council.
Great, thank you, sir.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mayor Barnett, I move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Good night.